Hello there, everybody. How are you all doing today? Well, I see my hair is up just a smidgen. Ah, yes. All right, it's good to be back. Good to be back. All right. Grab the controller. Yes, how's everybody doing? Hopefully, you all had a great weekend. And hopefully, I've had a great week so far. Hey, Bass, welcome back to the stream. How you doing today, friendo? Let's see. Bass says, howdy, gonna be busy with work, but I'm doing great. Well, that's good. I'm glad to hear about it. I'm glad you're doing great. You saw the picture from your trip? I did see the picture from your trip. They're really good. You take good pictures. You take really good pictures. But yeah, I like seeing that, honestly. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed seeing them. I like seeing pictures of people's trips and vacations and stuff. Yeah, it makes me think I should travel more myself. You know? Because I don't really travel much. Never really much of a travel guy, but you know, as I've gotten older, I don't know, I've considered it a bit more. Visit a few places, you know, etc., etc. All right, so when we last left off, the time skip had occurred, and now we are in the new hideaway. It should be fun. Yeah, literally, like, just came here. Oh, and that's how you open the world map. I will not go there yet. Instead, we will explore and see what is actually here.
Last I saw, he was in the mess, as always.
And we have taken up the mantle of Sid. Yeah, nice pixel art on the save screen, right? I do like that.
Finish with that log so we can call it a morning. Almost done.
I do like how Sid has become a title in this game. Like, it's transcended being a name, and it's now also just a title. I can't think of many that have been like that, actually. Like, many actual titles in history have been like that. I assume there has been some. Honestly, maybe even El Cid in real life. I'm trying to think. Do you think well, there you go. Bass Backwards actually mentions it. Do you think El Cid is canon in the FF universe? Nice as well, nobody can imagine. Like with the title thing. Yeah, it'd be funny if El Cid was, you know, maybe one day we'll get a canonical El Cid in the game. Nope, don't mean to jump in front of you, Jill.
I want to know what happened in Cosness. I expect he'll be in the mess.
Okay. Yeah, you know, we made a pretty good hideaway. And they built up something pretty impressive.
Look, it's Sid.
Staying long this time?
It doesn't seem as well hidden, though. I'm gonna be honest. So where even am I? So where can I go? So we can explore. So let's go here last, I guess. Let's do the usual thing. Let's explore all the areas and get refamiliarized with all the characters. Since it's been like a good 5 years, you know.
Does that one have blood on it?
Gorgeous. I wonder what real world places they look to for inspiration for these environments. Yeah, it's a good question, right? I can't even think of anything remotely similar to ours.
Well,
Like in
don't
ours.
just stand there gawping.
Tell me about the past 5 years. Has it really been 5 years since we left the old place? How time flies.
I remember it like it was yesterday.
We're all waiting to treat Sid to a hero's welcome when Kupka's lot turned up. Not that we knew it was them. They just poured in like a plague of rats, cutting down anyone and anything that stood in their way. Blood and bodies everywhere there was, and a voice crying out for Sid to save us in the middle of it all. I'll never forget those cries, try as I might. That was Gav, I'm pretty sure.
You're our leader now, Clive.
Promise me you won't let anything like that happen again. Promise me that come what may, Sid will save us. Yeah, I will.
We won't hear me complaining.
It's even roomier than the old one was. Got my own stores, my own little counter. And thanks to you lot fighting the good fight, plenty of demand for me wares.
The only drawback
Is the constant bloody racket. If it's not Doris and Otto barking their orders, it's Blackthorn and Bardolph banging away day and night.
still.
If a pain in the ear holds the price I have to pay to be Sid, the outlaw's partner in crime, I'd say I've got myself a bargain. Okay, what do you have?
If you're gonna buy something, be quick about it.
So I've kind of come to the conclusion just by watching like Megan play this game a little bit. She hasn't played that much more, but she's played a little bit, and I should probably be reinforcing my weaponry a little bit more. Maintaining an ethereal charge can prove as deadly to a bearer as unleashing the magic itself. These earrings are believed to assist in the channeling of aether by reducing the amount drawn from the body. That's interesting. That seems like a good accessory, actually. Crimson is the color of the blood that feeds my rage. I mean, that's pretty good, but I don't know if I need it. Oh, these all seem good. This one seems really good because it makes my magic a whole lot better. It makes my magic really good. And I do have the money. It's nice to happen. It's nice you happen to have just enough for both that and the cobalt tassels, yeah. I'm trying to debate what I want here. Because, yeah, I do have just enough for these two. Like, also watching Megan play, I've realized I could probably sell a bit more. Like, to be fair, I could probably sell my old weapons. I'm still going to keep them. Just because I am me. In the end, I am me. But I might sell some more of my stuff here. Because I actually found out... Imperial Link. Because I actually found out watching Megan play. And I think I saw it when I was playing as well. Like ever so slightly, that black blood is a sellable item. You can only trade it for gil, as it says right up there, right? So I've been holding on to it when I need to just sell it, or I could just sell it.
I reckon I can find a buyer.
Oh, this one too? Oh, look at that. What about Valley Matter? Using crafting, okay. Okay, so we made money. A good amount of money, actually. 15% more XP is great too.
Or don't.
Yeah.
Is it business or pleasure?
Let me just see here. I'll look around and then I'll probably buy something here because I am lovely, dark, and deep orchestrion into the mire. See, I don't want these two. See, I want to get the orchestrion scrolls. They're just very expensive. Like, I think these are going to be more of a quote unquote new game plus thing, if that's the thing in this game. All these seem good. Yeah, we'll wander around and just see what else we have. Cause like, what do I have equipped on me? Cause like, that's good. That is good. That is also good. See, these are all good. Like, I guess I'm not using Heat Wave anymore though. Yeah, I'm not using Heat Wave anymore. So this one can definitely go. These two I'm not as sure on. And like having like charging magic is good, but we'll see. We'll think about it. We'll debate it. Let's get here first and see what I can make here, though.
Back are ya?
Ask about the past 5 years.
You've forgotten already? Because I haven't.
It was a right pain in the arse getting this place into shape, especially with the mess we were in. Not that it was anything new for those of us who put the old hideaway together.
Bill.
I don't mean to intend on doing it again. I don't mean I intend on doing it again.
Things here ain't too bad.
I suppose. I've got a decent hammer, a decent anvil, and a prentice that knows his hammer from his cock. All right. Oh, and the furnace is all right and all. Thanks to old Sid's bellows, the old gods only know how I'd keep the coals hot enough out here on the mere without them. Not with bloody crystals, that's for sure. Nah, I reckon you won't find a forge like this one anywhere else in the Twins, and I count myself lucky to work it. Thanks for keeping me on. You need anything? You give us a shout. See what you have. 11 bolt. Look at that. See, I do like how you need to actually make these weapons in the sequence. So, like, you probably have an ultimate weapon if you manage to keep a hold of it. Which I'm gonna have to tell Megan to keep a hold of Stormcry when she plays, or when she gets here, because she's like gotten here, but I don't think she's made it yet. So I should tell her to keep it, because she has been selling her old weapons. So I'll need to remind her. See, I won't make 11 bolt. From heaven on high, far did his bolt fall to deliver justice.
It last you a good while.
Yeah, no, these aren't great. Can you not reinforce those? Oh, I guess you can't. You can't reinforce the purples. Okay, what else do we have? Still a few things. The backyard. The atrium. Yeah, so I guess we'll go from the atrium to the mess and just kind of see, right? There's a lot here, though. We don't really need to interact with this. I don't think there's really going to be anything new that I would want to do here. See, what is this? Can't really go up here yet.
Shelves are closed. The sign outside should have told you. Yeah, the sign outside should have told you.
There's no sign.
Well done, children. Hey, Spoony Bird. Oh, you're not Spoony Bird.
The young dance autumn winds atop the rotten pier. Of Sid's return, the faithful sing across the blighted mere.
Yeah, not bad. Of course, his name's Lark's Tongue.
Have we any more knuckle pie?
Welcome back, Sid.
Blood on it.
A new cook, huh? Buy around for the hall. What does that do?
How am I getting on? Ah, about as well as you'd expect of a barmaid pouring sour ale for penniless outlaws in the middle of the Deadlands. And it'd be worse than that if Molly here didn't make the best stew this side of Stoneham, even if it is mostly just yesterday's leavings. Don't tell her you heard that from me, though.
Interesting. So what does this do? I'm gonna do it.
Setting our people free wasn't enough.
Around
Everyone, the casks have been liberated. Here's to Sid.
to Sid. Not bad.
Oh, you're not leaving already, are you?
See, now what did that do for me? I don't know if it did anything, but whatever.
Can I get you, Sid?
I can do it again. Ooh.
Don't be a stranger, Sid.
Have you ever seen anyone buy around outside of a movie or show? I have not personally. It kind of seems like one of those things that you'd only see in like movies and stuff, yeah. To marinate yard chocobo. Per hen by draining blood and removing both head and feet. Offal, particularly the heart and liver, should be set aside for later use. Stir into a deep bowl watered wine, preferably of the red variety. Honey, salt, pepper, nutmeg, and other seasonal savory herbs if you so desire. Add to the bowl a dressed bird and let lay in a dark room for a single turn of the sun. Break the breastbone and ready your force meat thusly. Chop together the heart and liver of the chocobo and mix it with the crumb of a stale barn and pepio, or cupo, nuts soaked in boiled cream. beaten mace and as much time as will lie on a gill penny to fill a bird, but not overly so. Lard the breast with boar bacon and spit the bird, tying it at both ends with the forced meat not spill into the coals. Or that the forced meat not spill into the coals. Roast until its skin is golden brown, taking care to baste regularly with drippings. I mean, it sounds like good chocobo. So you can buy around for people. I don't know what that does, other than maybe waste money. Maybe you get an achievement by doing it. I may as well come back and do it every now and again. Oh, look at those weapons too. They look nice. Like the staff and the hammer and everything.
And what can I do for you? If you're gonna buy something, be quick about it.
I mean, it's good generation. It's really good generation. Like, see, this seems good too, is the thing. It's a hard one. Because I feel like these are all handy. Like, is 3% really going to help me that much? I mean, because if I, I don't really use magic that much, though, is the thing. Maybe I should. Maybe I should. I do think these are better. I will buy this at least.
You'll not find a better price than that.
I equipped it. I don't know where to put it. I think that's the only thing I'll purchase for now, though.
Perhaps I should just...
So what did it equip? Didn't put it on the thing I wanted it to. What was here before? Was this one? Okay, I think that'll do. That'll do.
Once the hall's swept,
So let's go and see what's over here. Talking with people as we go, of course. Chick's like, what's over here? Like, so this is the Sid's room. It's a nice room. Overall, I'd say it's a nice room. Oh, I have my own Stolas. Look at that. Wall of memories. What is this? You can get so much. Look at all the dots down there. The oath. Created the day Clive pledged his allegiance to Cid. This crystal shard transfixed with twin daggers is a powerful reminder of a promise made, a friendship forged, and a legacy inherited. That's cool. That's nice. 'Cause that's true. They did do that right before they went out. Those textiles are great too. Given my heritage, we have a lot of Persian rugs. And there's so much detail in these rugs here. That's really cool. If they really did put that much detail in the rugs, that's really good. Cause like I haven't seen like a Persian rug in person, or really any like sort of Middle Eastern-ish rug. But I know they make really beautiful rugs in that part of the world. Like really nice. Is this like an in-game achievement thing? I don't know if it's an achievement thing. But I am curious what this is. So I want all of them. Whatever it is, I want all of them. Man, how long is this game? I know it has to be pretty long. I thought I would have at least been halfway, but now I'm not so sure. Goblin coin, black blood, pinches of magic to ash. All right. Let's go back to exploring. You mean like that rug, right? That is a nice looking rug, yeah. Man, they did do a good job. Actually, see, this is the thing, right? It's still gonna be a long ways away, but whenever I get around to actually playing Final Fantasy 14 for you guys, there's a place in the game that's very, I think, Indian inspired, and it has a lot of really beautiful rugs in that game too, actually. 35 hours according to how long to beat. Baldur's Gate is 42, holy moly. Both very long games, yeah.
If you told me you could fire a forge without a crystal or a bearer before I came here, I'd have taken you for a madman. But no, here it is. The secret's in the bellows, you know. They're Master Sid's own design. The other Master Sid.
What's in here? Oh, it's a thing. Awful admits that means you. I'm sorry I'm pausing like a lot to look at the map. I just like to know generally like where I am and where I'm going. Just so I can remember to always have my bearings. Hey, child.
Look, Sid. Squeaks wants to meet you. I can keep him, can't I? Can't I?
Jack and the amateur Twitcher. That kid'll have a good career in streaming, let me tell you. Him and his little pet rat.
This plank will have to be replaced.
Nearly half the crates were lost to bandits.
What's down here? Oh, the backyard. Let's go have a look at the backyard.
Where did I put that sun?
That they bloomed at all is a blessing in itself.
Oh, wow. Ah, this is where they put the garden. I wonder if that guy's still alive. Or maybe his apprentice took over.
It's not the ether. It's the water.
Huh. I mean, I don't see him here, but maybe he's out. There's a guy here.
This tongue here pulls the black from the lake water and renders it pure. You'll have to ask Mid if you want to know how it works, right?
Huh. So they have their own distillery. Well, water distillation, I guess. Is that the term they use for getting salt out of water? I think it's distilling still, right? Man, they came a long way, dude.
Much was lost when the first hideaway fell. Colleagues and friends. Years of hard work. But we did not let that loss defeat us. And our work will not be in vain. No. The spirits of our fallen comrades live on in every leaf and limb you see here.
Nice way of putting it. I didn't know they put you in the game. I am indeed Jackin. That is me. That's a weird name, actually. I wonder if anybody is actually named Jackin. Yeah, dude, if they have, like, if there is anybody other named Jackin, I'm willing to bet there's a lot of, oh, jacking me off, whoa, jokes, right? I wouldn't be surprised. I don't think I'd ever name my kid Jackin, personally. You can't do that on Twitch, though. You cannot. That is true. Is desalinator a word? Distillation sounds right. It could be desalinator. That might be desalinator. I think desalination is a word. Experimental record. Bahumil head botanist. That was the guy in the old place. Mix equal parts first-rate vineyard hummus from Gotland's bales with Deadland soil. Of the 6 cuttings planted therein, 2 survive to flower, only to wither and die within a sennight. Even amalgamated with the finest imperial loam, the blighted earth is still affecting a nutritional deficiency. It might be remedied with some further source of nourishment, saltpeter or potash, or the dung of a racing chocobo. This shall be the subject of my next round of experiments. The foundations of Elysian botany. Morbal tendrils. After excising from the trunks, dry for 3 to 5 turns of the sun until brittle to touch. Grind to mortar and add warm coral milk to remedy gout, melancholy, and mood sickness. Caution recommended when harvesting, as the host may grow disquieted. Yeah, I wouldn't imagine Warble would like that very much. Going to look more now, we'll pop in occasionally. All right, sounds good. Hopefully your work goes well. Also, thank you very much for the posture check and the hydrate. Very much appreciated. Baston says, okay, I knew Fortnite was 2 weeks, but Sunday is apparently 1 week. Thank you, I was just about to ask that, actually. I wonder why they called the game Fortnite. See, I wonder if the game Fortnite is supposed to be a play on words. Because you build forts, but like, where does the night come in? You know? So they do have a very nice setup here. Sack of lime. So we can go all the way around to the atrium. The atrium? Yeah, the atrium. And they did do such a good job building this place. I wonder how they would have done this in 5 years.
Shirley says I can't go and play until I finish my sums.
Well then hurry up and finish them. We need 3 for curling geese.
I don't think it's that far-fetched though. Because like, they're already building it in the ruins of an airship. So they already have the foundation. It's really just about building the inner workings, which is mostly just wood. Within 5 years, you probably could actually do this. If you had enough people and enough material. I think you could, actually.
Ah, Sid. We were just about to start our next lesson. You're welcome to join us. But be warned, I tolerate absolutely no tomfoolery.
Don't worry, Miss Shirley. There'll be no tomfoolery from me. Believe it or not, I was always a good boy in school. I was not much of a troublemaker. Mostly, like, I would say the one time I ever did anything that would have been quote-unquote, like, not good in school would have been, like, when I fell asleep in class, like, in elementary school. But I was really tired that day, to my defense. I was really, really sleepy. I had a really bad sleep the night before.
Can't catch a wink with all the clamour in the hall. The atrium's quiet this time of day.
But yeah, besides that, mostly a good boy. At least I can't think of anything that got me in trouble.
Sid, what's the special occasion? You're welcome to
You think Jill won't mind? So are they officially together? They must officially be together.
The lawsman says I can borrow as many books as I can carry. This was all I could carry.
I mean, it's a big book, dude. Hey, Kitty, welcome back to the stream. How you doing today, friendo?
Go on, eat up. You won't grow fat pecking at hay.
A suspicious character, eh?
What's the matter, Sid? You look as pale as the day your predecessor slung you in the cell next to mine. Not about to have another fit, are you? Of course you aren't. You're a changed man now. We both are.
I don't know. Your name is suspicious character. I don't know if I can really trust. Minhaya, I mean, perfectly fine. Typos will happen. Trust me. I've had more than my fair share. But yeah, how you doing? Hopefully all is well with you today. Let's go onward to the bunks.
No one works longer or harder than our Otto. You can scour the whole of Storm and Ash, and you won't find a better man.
It's an interesting accent they gave her. Kind of German?
From the slave markets. And
Or maybe Scandinavian.
I had some help, but it was mostly luck. The others weren't so lucky.
Ah, you're exact same characters in the upper area. Huh. I think that might be the first time I've seen like a copy and pasted model, including book. If it weren't for the book, actually, I probably wouldn't have noticed. Compendium of Rosarian Verse. The rills run red with brave men's blood, into the talons flow and flood, then out to sea. But those same souls whose souls are touched by flames and phoenix claws are clutched, and ne'er shall die, ne'er shall die. So dry thine eyes, thy groom is gone, but in thy babe his light lives on, and so shall he. I mean, yeah. For the phoenix, makes sense. So I probably have. Oh wait, who are you? Oh, the Physiker.
Is performing a delicate operation and must not be disturbed. I'll let her know you called.
So Taria survived. Oh, the Koopa, the Moogle survived too. Nice. Oh, we have a bounty board. Hey, Nectar. You're wondering what this new board is behind me, aren't you? All in good time, my furless friend. All in good time. That's gonna be the bounty board for sure.
Have you finished sorting those reports yet?
Finished? I ain't started. Been busy enough with my own work.
All operations are suspended until further notice.
Yes, Captain.
I'll let the others know.
Oh, we have a little like mini military now. I guess it makes sense, having been invaded once.
I can feel it.
A history of Valestian jurisprudence, the Continental Accord. The signing of the Continental Accord marks the beginning of the modern era of Valestia. Where the realm had once been riven by hatred and mistrust, the Accord built bridges, affecting many of the areas of realm-wide cooperation that persist to this day. The shared currency, shared calendar, and common system of bearer ownership, chief among its epoch-making achievements. Alas, in the years since the Accord signing, many of these old rifts have reopened. It is for us to follow in the steps of our forebearers and wholeheartedly endeavor to usher in the new age of peace and unity. You have too many of them with your phone. Oh, dude, same with my phone. I fat thumb my stuff all the time. Good thing I have autocorrect on it. Otherwise, okay, it's not that bad to be fair, but I do have my fair share of typos. Miss Jared, I get sad and depressed when he is at work all day. It's okay. I'm sure he'll be home soon enough. So going up here or down here would officially bring me back around to where I was initially, to where we all started. Did I talk with you? Keeper of the stores.
Is everything all right?
Where's my lore man? I need my lore man back with me. Actually, while we're here. I don't think we would have anything new for any of these characters. I think we went through Clive's and everything. Orbalus. An old friend of Otto's from his merchant seaman days, now serving as ferryman between the shores of Benumir and Clive's hideaway. Knowing him to be a trustworthy and tight-lipped fellow, Otto invited him to join their cause after Sid's death, that he and his trusty skiff might help them build and operate their new hideaway in the lake. And then we have the new hideaway. Established under the leadership of Clive Rossfield, who took on the title of Cid after his former leader's passing and Titan's destruction of the old hideaway. Here, a community of like-minded individuals from across the realm have gathered to build a place where people can live and die on their own terms. Like its predecessor, it is built within the fallen ruins, deep within the deadlands of Central Storm. Decidedly unlike its predecessor, however, it is located in the center of a lake, Benimir, across whose waters any invading enemy can easily be spotted long before their arrival. Then Clive, an imperial bearer and turned ally of Sid the Outlaw. In truth, however, he was something much more. Not only the firstborn of the Archduke of Rosaria, but also the dominant of Ifrit, with the ability to absorb the powers of other icons. In the 5 years since the fall of Drake's head and the death of his mentor, he and Jill have strived to continue Sid's legacy. The light of Ramu forever in his heart. Azra got Ramu in me. All right, let's talk to Otto. Yo, Otto.
Ah, there you are, Clive.
Indeed, I'm here.
Word of your adventures arrived this morning. Victor sends his thanks.
I doubt Kupka will miss the fools he sent to catch me. Not a single one of the bearers we saved showed any interest in coming with us. No one seems keen to join hands with an outlaw. Any news while we were away?
None worth mentioning. Gav's still off keeping an eye on the Republican army.
Okay, Gav did make
Should
it.
be
That's
back any
good.
day now.
Understood. If anyone needs me, I'll be in the map room.
Still can't work that one out. There must be better places than the hull of a gutted airship to bury your nose in a book.
Yet this is where she's chosen to be. And I'm sure she has her reasons.
Oh, for sure. You guys have a chat with her. Vivian.
I'd trust I'm not intruding.
Back from your mission?
Her white hair makes her look
I'm
older
beginning to think your habit of surviving
than what her
cannot be
face tells me.
attributed to luck alone.
One might say the same of you, Vivian Ninetails.
She's the
I'll
Ninetails.
have you know that
Pokemon.
only 4 attempts have been made on my life.
Pokemon turned human.
And none was especially memorable. So, to what do I owe the honor? Could it be that you've come for one of my lessons?
Potentially.
Is that so hard to believe?
Very well then. Shall we start with the state of the realm? To absolutely no one's surprise, she finds herself at the mercy of armies and outlaws.
Nah, very typical.
Well, mostly armies. Though that's not for want of trying, is it, Clive? But the real question is, how did we get here?
Ooh, slow fade. Well, look at this.
Long though Sambrek's dominion over northeastern Storm has endured, recent days have seen the Blight wrest ever more land from her grasp.
Very blighty.
For which reason she has continued to wage war on her rival across the strait, hoping to claim less blackened pastures. But Odin would sooner pawn his sword than Waloed relinquish Ash. And the Empire pays dearly for every blade of grass bent beneath Sambrequois boots. Little wonder then that Sylvester set his sights on the crystalline dominion, an altogether easier target, possessed of no less ether. It was 5 years ago, while you were busying yourself with the destruction of Drake's head, that the Empire made its move, subjugating its theretofore neutral neighbor. A nation which could legitimately claim to be the center of the world. Certainly, there is no better place to stage an army.
It's true.
From there, the Holy Empire's reach spans the Twins. The non-aggression treaty was the only thing keeping them in check. But if they truly broke the pact without provocation, it is only a matter of time before others reply in kind.
Yeah, you don't break a treaty.
The Dalmekian Republic, the Kingdom of Waloed, and of course, our friends in Yaran. Who will be left standing, I wonder, when the last drop of blood is spilled?
Yeah, I could see it being its own game all in itself, to be honest. Make that a Mountain Blade mod, you know?
Do you not fear for your home?
Oh, dark clouds are wont to gather over the Dominion. Yet in spite of it all, she has ever endured. And when the storm has passed, I am confident she will remain. Now, as to the matter of payment for today's lesson, complete a simple errand for me and we shall consider ourselves even.
I'm good with errands.
Right.
Return this volume to old tomes in the shelves. Tell him it was adequate.
To old
I suppose it wouldn't
tomes.
hurt to visit our resident historian.
Harper Craze, he's still alive. I guess people, he did say people call him tomes. I guess that's true. Am I going the right way? Oh no, because I haven't been to the shelves. Yeah, I could see it being a game in itself. Like thinking about it, playing a Mount and Blade mod of this game's world, I think that'd be pretty cool. I would like that. I need to play more Mount and Blade 2. I need to actually I haven't played the game since it came out, since I last streamed it. I really should. Mithril, a mineral most mighty. Mithril is a material of both passing hardness and luster, and it is these two qualities in which it is valued by the weapon and armor smith of the realm. Excuse me. However, there's a third quality of mithril that set it apart from steel or shell. Its durance. And that water is really making me burp. I apologize. While even the finest steel may be melted by dragon's fire, become brittle in frigid flames, or turn to rust if not regularly and rightly oiled, mithril is once made eternally unchanging. In this volume, I will explain how one might go about making, shaping, and employing mithril in one's work. The Sins of Jamex, an illustrated history of the twins, volume that is 6? No, it's 4. That's 4. Tales of the Founder, Morted Oliver. Hey, child!
Old Tome said the hideaway is built inside an airship. Said it was called the Invincible.
Okay, that's good to know. I don't know, though. You hear stuff like that, and you have to wonder how truly invincible it is, though. I don't want, like, a Titanic-like situation. Simon's Treasury of Knowledge, Volume Ye 11th. Ye Treasury of Beasties. Ye seas which grid about ye lands of Alestia, on all sides doth churn most frothly? With diverse and deadly creatures. Among these are beasts more prodigious in size than entire islands, yet customarily placid as ye very doldrums. Yet lo, when they do awaken, towering waves are driven forth like in proportion to great mountains. Ye peoples of ye outer seas in which these creatures dwell doth live in great terror of ye writhing isles. A certain chroniclers make records of their being known. See, I think this is all like accurate. I think this is all just ye old English, but I think it's accurate to how everything is spelled. I can't really say for sure, but I'm pretty sure this is all accurate. Oh, look at you, Tomes. Looks like you haven't aged today, my dude.
Norseman Harpocrates.
Now that is a name I have not heard for a long time. So long, in fact, I had half forgotten it was mine.
It's like a little baggie around his neck. Like around his chest, like around right here.
You were missed, as always.
I believe this belongs to you. Vivian asked me to return it.
A heavy leather-bound tome containing the findings of an Anaximander of Conver, a renowned theologian who spent most of his life chronicling Velistia's diverse religious history. All right.
Ready? Our resident scholar devours books faster than young Tet does lemon tarts.
I devour a lemon tart, dude.
I could do the same, but alas, I no longer possess the necessary constitution for such indulgence, either in words or tarts. That said, I have continued my search for mention of the creature you encountered at Drake's Head. But without access to the great libraries of Oriflamme or the Dominion, I regret that I have been able to find little and less. I am sorry.
Understandable.
Don't apologize. I'll send word to our associates. See if they can't furnish you with more books.
I fear it is not more books that I require, but the right ones. Mayhap we look in the wrong places. There are still libraries to the north.
I'll see what I can do.
You are too kind. There are not many in this world who would indulge the whims of a tired old historian.
I would. Just tell me lore and history and I'm down.
To go filching Kupo nuts, though. Always got a pocket for him. Nicks him off the Moogle.
Hush now. We all know there's no such thing as Moogles.
Okay, so in this universe, Moogles don't, quote unquote, don't exist.
Yet they laugh far too little for one so young. The loss of their parents weighs heavy on them, however well they hide it. Titan took much from us that night, from some more than others, and the wounds that remain, they are not quick to heal.
Which is why we must give them all the time they need.
That we must. Just as I must give you the time you need to recuperate. Good day, Clive.
Good day.
I kind of want more lore, though.
I should get some rest while I can.
But lore, though.
How good it is to see you, Clive.
Plus, I gotta talk to him about this. Tell me about Tet and Crow.
I still remember.
I still remember the day I first met Tet and Crow, chasing their father about the hideaway one moment, clinging to their mother's kirtle the next. The twins' love for their parents was something to behold, so fierce and pure. When they passed, I feared the void they left in their children's lives could never be filled. Neither spoke nor smiled for years, hiding themselves away here in the shelves to bury their sorrows in the leaves of these tomes.
And thank goodness they did.
For I believe the stories proved a welcome distraction, as over time their pain faded, and now they laugh and frolic as they once did, if not with more vigor. They remind us that no matter how deep our wounds, we all have the capacity to heal. And that happiness lost may be found again. I think about the last 5 years.
It has been difficult, certainly.
When Titan visited his wrath upon us on that dreadful night, we lost much. He robbed us not only of our home and our loved ones, but that of which Sid fought fierce to preserve. Our hope. Hope that we might never have found again had you not taken his name and become our light in the darkness.
Had you not let us hear.
To Benumir and the Invincible, where, among the ghosts of the fallen, our journey can continue. Here in the belly of a Leviathan, untouched by the passing of 1,000 years, does our hope burn brighter than ever, and here may it burn for 1,000 more.
Look around you.
Well, it is a far cry from the Imperial Library in Oriflamme. In 5 short years, we have amassed more volumes than most men or women may hope to see in their lifetime. No longer are the tales they contain hidden away from all but the privileged. We have liberated them, that they may fill the minds of all who hunger for knowledge.
Still.
There is much more out there, and as long as I draw breath, I shall continue to gather what I can.
Why?
One day, a chronicle of your own adventures might even grace these shelves. Or failing that, the floor. I like that.
I don't believe you've read this particular chapter before.
How close are we to leveling? Not that close. Ooh, we got closer.
If you have a question for me, I should be happy to answer it.
Okay, well, tell me about some lore. Let's go. So let's do some reading. Just a little bit of reading. So remove. Did we do this one before? We did. Awakened within Sidolphus Talamun, dominance of the icon must often emerge among descendants of the Motes of Thunder, a tribe who once dwelled in the lands of Central Ash, lands that the kingdom of Wolode now lays claim to. Mayhap in part due to the tribe's comparatively advanced learning, Ramu is associated with wisdom and judgment to this day. Oh, Typhon. Seemingly drawn to the destruction of the heart of Drake's head, Ultima emerged from a Terran reality wearing the skin of Typhon, a withered and wizened colossus, and drew Clive into a space between worlds, wherein the ethereal entity might test his worth as a vessel. No, not that one. The Panthers. Archetypical? Predators known best for their brilliant spotted... Okay, that was brilliantly. I thought I read that wrong, but I read it right. Brilliant spotted coats and a proclivity to lives of solitude. As is the case with most felines, the animals are severely strong-willed, and efforts by the Republican Army to harness their inborn speed and ferocity for use on the battlefield has been met with varying degrees of success. And that is it. Mysteries of the Realm, Heart of the Mother Crystal. the brightly shining convolution of shards that sit at the center of each mother crystal. When a heart shatters, so too does the mountain around it. Since time immemorial, sanctuaries have been built around the hearts for the worship and protection of these irreplaceable treasures. Sacred chambers in which the hearts of the mother crystals are enshrined, believed to have been created from the time of the fallen. They retain a portentous air even now, long after mankind has forgotten their significance. The ability to resist the effects of ethereal exposure. This is higher in bearers and dominance, allowing them to survive concentrations of aether that would turn any human who lacks their gift. Some animals, including chocobos, also have a natural resistance to the effects of aether. But one of the many reasons why the birds are so beloved across the twins. Pools of concentrated aether that form on the land's surface, thought to be caused by an imbalance in its diffusion beneath. Though aether is usually invisible at flood level concentrations, I didn't see the comma. Though aether is usually invisible, at flood level concentrations, it takes on a blue glow. Those with a natural ethereal tolerance can survive exposure to a flood, at least for a time, but most living things will eventually succumb to its effects, losing their minds and turning akashic. Akashic is such a cool word. Some dominants have the ability to call upon a part of their icon's power to summon a ward, a nigh impervious barrier that no magic nor matter can cross. However, its maintenance requires a continuous channeling of aether through the summoner's flesh, taking a heavy toll upon them. The larger the barrier, the greater the burden. The icon's toll. The act of a dominant transforming their living flesh into that of their icon. Priming does not require a continual draw on the aether. It is rather maintained by the constant channeling of the vast quantities of aether imbued within the dominant's own body. This allows dominants to remain primed even when they enter the ethereal deadlands, but also results in the crystal's curse taking a heavy toll on them with every act of priming. Those who own and manage bearer slaves. A bearer must always obey the orders of his or her master and are largely forbidden from acting independently, even from speaking without express permission. When it is necessary to relinquish supervision of a bearer, such as when dispatching one on an errand, masters will often affix the emblem of their house or business to the slave's clothing, that they are not mistaken for an escapee. There's a lot more now. There's a lot more to read here than I thought there'd be. Legend has it that the people of the Fallen once sailed through the skies in the bellies of these ships, though all now lie shattered and silent on the surface below. The men and women of the present day are wont to repurpose these ruins for their own uses, both the village of Lostwing and Clive's hideaway in Benumir being built around the wreckage of a fallen airship. Beasts. I like how they just get their own. Animals whose evolution has been warped by exposure to aether, some gaining the ability to cast magics. Unlike bearers, however, they seem to have developed little ethereal tolerance, so it is not uncommon to encounter akashic beasts in the vicinity of aether floods. Wild beasts are sometimes tamed by humans for use in warfare, the soldiers of San Brek having a particular fondness for those descendants of ancient dragons. Mythos. The name by which Ultima addresses Clive. It appears to be his title for the vessel for limitless power that he means to make the young Lord Marquis. But to what end he requires such a thing, only Ultima knows. A name that the being known as Ultima gives to Clive. It appears to be synonymous with Mythos. Oh, I skipped one somewhere. Oh, here. Said the Outlaw. Leader of the faction believed responsible for the shattering of Drake's head in 873. With this single act of infamy, Sid's name quickly spread to the four corners of Lesthia and beyond. Lay of the land. May as well at least get back up to clearing these three out, right? A hidden refuge built on fallen ruins in the blighted lands of Central Storm. Here, Sid and his adopted family of freed bearers from across the Twins made their home. That is, until the fledgling Utopia was brought crashing down after its location was discovered by Hugo Kupka, dominant of Titan in the year 873. In but a single night, the hideaway was destroyed, fewer than half managing to escape the slaughter visited upon them by Kupka and his men. I kept wanting to say vested, but it's not vested, it's visited. An assault by Hugo Kupka, dominant of Titan, and his private guard on the first hideaway of Cid the Outlaw in the year 873. The safe haven, established amongst forgotten ruins long consumed by the Blight, was entirely destroyed, and many of Cid's collaborators and the bearers they had freed from servitude were slain. Is there one there that I missed? Oh yeah, there are like a couple. Okay. Did I read this one? I did, yeah. A realm comprising timeless that is, until Cid and his disciples commenced their campaign to bring each one, starting with Drake's Head, crashing down, spreading chaos and confusion throughout the great cities and nations of Valestia. A lake in the blighted lands on the southern edge of the former Grand Duchy of Rosaria, named for the dragon that some tales say created the basin when it fell from the sky. Fallen airships dot its expansive waters like forgotten cenotaphs, leading some to liken it to a graveyard. Its remote location, far from any trade route and deep inside the Deadlands, made it an obvious choice for Clive when faced with rebuilding Cid's legacy. Here you go. After the fall of Drake's Head. After suffering the ignominy of losing Drake's Head to an audacious assault by the outlaw Cid in 873, the Empire set its sights on the mother crystal of its nearest neighbor, the Crystalline Dominion. Sandbrecht's legions duly stormed the historically neutral territory and installed the imperial capital at Twinside. This brazen act of conquest sent shockwaves across Valestia and heightened the already considerable tension between the Empire and the Dalmekian Republic. Capital no longer, so they just outright left Oriflamme. Former capital of the Holy Empire of Sandbrecht, after its mother crystal was destroyed in an attack by Cid the Outlaw in the year 873, the decision was made to move the throne and her army south to the Crystalline Dominion, regardless of whether or not the Dominion's citizens approved. Oriflamme has since fallen gradually into decline, having lost the mother's blessing and all the benefits it brought. Beautiful city, too. The mother crystal upon whose wings did Sandbrecht ascend to geopolitical supremacy. It towered over the holy capital of Oriflamme, its mighty silhouette a testament to the power and permanence of the Empire. And then, in the year 873, it fell at the hands of Cid the Outlaw. I have a lot of information about the fall of Drake's Head. In the year 873, Cid the Outlaw, along with certain of his allies, infiltrated the Sandbrechois capital of Oriflamme, bringing down its mother crystal in a daring and unprecedented attack. Investigations after the fact concluded that the infiltrators took advantage of the disturbance caused by an aether flood to gain entry to the Empire's holy sanctum. In the aftermath of the incident, Cid was declared a wanted man, and the faction he led a criminal enterprise to be hounded across Valestia. Northreach. I did read the other one. I did, right? Yes. When Sandbrecht moved its capital to the Crystalline Dominion, Northreach went from being a vital gateway to the seat of the Empire to a forgotten country backwater in a matter of moons. And with the fall of Drake's Head, the aether was soon leached from the lands around it, leaving the fields fallow, and the once thriving environs barren and lifeless. So in doing what we did actually screw up a good few people. Even good people, like the people here. Because the people in Outreach are actually very nice. So we kind of screwed them over. Seeing what's different. Yeah, literally just the second half, okay. Kupka, obsessed with finding Cid and extracting his revenge for the murder of Benedict de Harmon, co-opted the soldiers of the realm and had them commit a series of atrocities in an attempt to flush him out of hiding. Yeah, no, you got pretty mad. A town located in the rugged northern reaches of the Dalmekian Republic that was once a thriving trading post, the coming of the Blight has served to both discourage travelers as well as drive off longtime residents. All that now remains are refugees fleeing from elsewhere, the black marketers who prey upon them, and barely enough soldiers to keep the peace. Or rather, to pretend to when they're not being bribed to look the other way. There's quite a lot here, actually.